We had the best time getting all our gear ready for this trip. He got a hike and bike sleeping bag, goes down to 15 degrees. I already had a Marmot sleeping bag, so that goes to 20 degrees. We got his Osprey, he got a Stratus 50 liter. I had an Aura AG 50 liter backpack for a through hike. It's got the straps around the hips, and that is hella important when you want to take the weight off of your back. We both have the 3 liter bags, the water bags. And then we got an REI FlexLite chair. It's an air chair. It weighs 1 pound, but it holds up to 250 pounds. It's pretty awesome. Bought the Binfi sleeping pads. They're 2, they connect. And we got the Nature Hike Cloud Up 3-person tent, which we returned. We both have Trail Buddy trekking poles, which I highly recommend. And we are eating the Backpacker Pantry food. It's dehydrated food packs. And then I bought us some flasks.
Well, we are at the trailhead. Made it. Uh-oh. Black bear activity recently reported in area. And there's our first part of the trail. Incline right off the bat. Our packs weigh, we tried to weigh them last night on the scale, we're about 40 pounds each. Hers was maybe a couple pounds lighter. But that's what happens when you pack for winter backpacking and camping. We're going to get a workout. I better lose 10 pounds. Yep. This is going to be an adventure. I hope the little orange pumpkin Subaru is still here when we get back. See you on the trail.
Started the video too damn late to watch him struggling with that backpack.
I wasn't struggling. As you can see, I'm carrying the most weight. The heaviest items.
All lies. He's got the tent. I've got all the food, all the cooking stuff. I even have a big old pot.
And I got the hatchet, the knives, the tent.
Who made him bring those?
GoPro.
To be continued.
It should be
counting
recording
right now, yeah.
Right.
You better put that out. I'm making ugly faces at it.
YouTube footage. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Here we go. Oh, slippery. There's Lord of the Rings kind of hiking here.
Oh, that's cool.
Where's Gollum? Wow.
Well, here's camping spot number 1.
Ah, it sure is. One of 22 campsites on this 30-mile trail. So one thing the book said, or not the book, but all trails, the review said the trail is not marked the greatest, and there's a lot of side trails that loop into this or connect to it. So you really got to pay attention. We got all trails is working right now. It's tracking us, but every so often these markers are put on trees. They're supposed to be markers like that if they're maintained. Sometimes they wear off, fall off, fade out, but we know we're on the right trail. At least that's what All Trails app is saying. This is getting pretty cool. And definitely getting cooler. Now we're in the shade. That's why you bring layers. You don't want to over sweat, but you need to dress up as you get cold. Take off when you get too hot, so you don't sweat. It's like just a tree rubbing on each other. Cool. Lord of the Rings, baby. Going for the ring.
Isn't it neat? See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I don't trust it because it's probably slick as stuff, but it looks really awesome.
Oops.
Did you intentionally try to throw that at me?
I can get it. Super soft.
How did you fling your freaking pole?
It just fell out of my hand. I was trying to hold the GoPro and film. And the book did say, I keep calling it a book, the app reviews did say quite treacherous at parts, and why it was considered a difficult hike. Slippery, especially with all the rain we've been having. A lot of them that were here just a week ago said there was icy. And I hear hunting dogs. What the hell? We're being hunted. Oh shit, here we go, here we go.
Are you okay?
I gotta protect the GoPro at all costs. I just let them whip me. That is fun. Where are those damn dogs?
Oh, it's icy there. Watch out.
and I am definitely out of shape, which I knew I was. I haven't worked out in 2 months. I need to get back in the rhythm. If I'm going to do a 40-mile through hike, that's for sure. I have my wife show me up and be embarrassed. And they got to carry me out by helicopter rescue.
Don't work as well with the gloves on.
Huh?
So they don't work as well with the gloves on. Well, do you want me sliding down the mountain? Sure.
Oh, I hope we find this next camp spot. We got to find it by 4:30, or latest, to set up camp. So we passed one. Supposed to be another one about 2 miles, according to Juliet anyway. So we could be in trouble. Definitely muddy. Cool. A little stream with the little waterfalls. Ice. Love that sound.
Trying to find a signal. That is cool.
Where? Oh fuck.
It'll make for a good story later. There?
That's the trail right there. 1 foot at a time. Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Thank you for rescuing my tail off. You're welcome, Julie. I'm here for us.
And she found it. Camp number 2. Yep, it was definitely a hell of a workout. Cheers.
Well, Jesus, save some for me.
What are we at?
4,443 feet.
So almost 4,500 feet. Vert climbing. Switchback. Yep. It's gonna feel good. Get off his backpack. 45 pounds on your back is definitely a grueling workout. No pain, no gain. All right, well, hopefully that can see the setup.
The devil's in the details. The devil's in ourselves. The devil's in the details. The devil's in ourselves. She dominate deity. She get him down on the knee. She dominate deities. She get him down on the knee. Don't you know his name? Don't you know his name?
Comes with these nice aluminum stakes. Pulled dog strings. That's pretty much it. Pack these little fire sticks, fire starters. Zippo lighter fluid. So I don't mess around with fires.
She dominate the taste. She get him down on the knees. She dominate the taste. She get him down.
Everything is super wet around here because there's been so much rain. Muddy, wet, damp. But I'll get that fire going one way or another. So our sleeping bags. Plenty of room for our backpacks on the sides. Sleeping pads. Keep our hydraulic packs with us in the bag so they don't freeze because it's supposed to get down in the 20s. And that's one thing I've learned from watching YouTube videos is people made mistakes of not doing that, then their bag freezes. We have fire. And we got it done just with daylight left. Tent up, fire up, food's cooking. Got that already heated up. The jet boil. And I'm hella sore. A little critter hole or what? Supposed to be bear activity out here, but alright, where did I put it? Oh, here it is. Pepper spray. Just in case. I hope not. I don't want to hurt a bear. So hopefully I would love to see one. Just not get one mad at us and attack us. And I gotta pull out my big knife. What?
I'm pulling out the pepper spray.
The last fire pit was right here. And I do not like that right next to a tree. It makes no sense to me. Then again, I am from California where forest fires have ravaged the state for the last 9 years. I know everything's super wet here, but I still would not build it next to a tree.
Meanwhile, while he's blabbing, I'm cooking dinner and making sure the fire gets bigger.
It's a woman's job. Ooh.
You need to lift this side up and put another rock under there.
All right.
More in.
There's a lot more rocks just buried in the leaves. I gotta go rock hunting and keep building my fire pit that I started.
I had listened to myself. What? Had I not brought this jacket,
Yeah.
our asses would be using our headlamps right now and hiking back down the mountain. No fucking way.
I told you.
I would have been frozen solid.
It's better to carry that little extra weight when you're in winter camping. So what's for breakfast?
It's one serving with 620 calories. It's the granola with blueberry, almonds, and milk. It's delicious.
Well, we survived the night and it got cold. Ground's all frozen now. It's definitely not muddy. I already had a young couple walk by us hiking. Apparently they were day packers because they were not carrying heavy packs at all. And definitely got to make some adjustments on how to keep sleeping warmer. Keeping warmer. I mean, we were survivable, but it was about 2 in the morning. It was definitely kicking in how cold it got. And somebody did tell me that when we buy sleeping pads, you should get thermal pads, and I can see why now. Because it just feels like the air pads suck up the cold from the ground as the ground got frozen underneath us. So I'm going to have to look into that. So anyway, heard some coyotes howling last night several times. Some owls hooting. And this other weird screaming sound, I don't know what that was. If that was a person yelling, or it might have been Bigfoot. Sasquatch. At least we didn't smell him. As everybody says, if he's around, you can smell him. So that's it. You know, eat breakfast and break down camp and hike down. Yummy. So besides the coyotes, I heard owls, woodpeckers just now, and I heard a scream. What did you hear?
I was knocking twice, 2 different times in the wood.
Like I said, Sasquatch. When I get done eating, I'll show you where the sleeping bag goes in this Osprey backpack. So this is a sleeping bag compartment for the Stratus 50. It's at the very bottom of the bag. Fits in there nice and snug. Just gotta squish it down a little. And always put the sleeping bag in first before you pack the top part, because it's way harder to get that in if you don't do that first. The other cool thing about this bag is it has a built-in rain cover. So if you get caught backpacking in rain, pull this out, covers the whole bag, makes it waterproof, keeps it from getting wet. It's hard doing things with one hand there. This here is for carrying those accordion sleeping pads, or like I carried a blanket in it. And definitely like the Osprey Hydro Pack. That definitely makes a difference sliding it in and out when you got a full pack. And I'm pretty sure it's made to protect it too from anything inside the pack when you slide it in. 3 liters. Would not go anything smaller when you're backpacking. Day packing, yeah. 1.5 liters, 2 liters is sufficient for day packs, unless you're a big drinker.
Sure, what?
A big drinker. Water and alcohol. So when your steaks freeze in the ground, you can't pull them out without snapping something. Make sure you got some kind of tool for digging. Without ruining the tie cords. There we go. It's a little bit of work. Last night it was all muddy. Today it's all frozen. It's always good to carry some type of tool with a sharp end. I don't want to use my knife unless I had to. Freaking rock. All of these I just drove in with my foot last night. There we go. Voila. One more to go.
I have a bar. Anybody you want to tell that we're live?
You better send it.
I did.
Did it go through?
Yeah. One tiny bar.
That's one important thing they always say. Is when you're out backpacking in the wilderness, send somebody your coordinates or where you're going to be, because a lot of times you will not have service in these areas, or you'll have spotty service. So, and then give them a timeline when you're supposed to be back. As we told everybody, we'd be back tonight. And if you don't show up, then you know something must have happened. And hopefully send a search party for you. Just,
and that's it.
just don't send orcs
And dogs.
and demon dogs. Now it's time to take the tent down, because that has to go in the center of my pack. When you pack these, you want everything to be as balanced as can be. Heaviest thing's going to go right in the center. Sleeping bags first, like I said. Got the blanket on. Then all my little stuff goes on the sides of it. All right, fire's out. Doused it with some water. What's left at the campsite. Time to hit the trail. Ready?
Ready. that one right there.
Don't step there, don't step on that.
Okay.
Beautiful. Oh look, red mark. Trail marker. So walking along, come up on this tree, and what do you see? Balls. Head. Juliet said it, not me, so she noticed it, I didn't. Made it back to the car.
And it wasn't stolen.
Yeah.
Or towed, as he was saying the whole way out.
You never know when you park in these remote areas what could happen. So I gotta give Juliet credit for actually leading us correctly to the right campsites. I was beginning to wonder at the end there. We couldn't find it, or wasn't coming up on it. But, so what did you average them out to be every
Like 1.7 miles there should be a campsite.
So roughly 2 miles, there's a campsite on the trail. 30-mile length of the trail, if you do the whole trail. And,
Zero internet. So don't count on that.
oh yeah, don't count on having internet. No, you're off grid, definitely. So, time for a protein shake. It's nice and cold because it was so cold. Now we're going to Sierra Nevada Brewery and check down some ales.
After the hiking, we couldn't wait to go get some good food and a beer, and we headed to Sierra Nevada Brewery, which was closed because of COVID. So we looked around, and Wicked Weed was wide open, as were all the other breweries. They had great food, awesome beer, and we had a great time there.